If you're looking for a book that talks about love and friendship and how complicated they can get, especially when they are entangled with each other, then please keep watching this video, because Her Perfect Man by Avinash Meshram is a simply but beautifully written book about exactly these two feelings. Hello people, this is Sonali, the Melodramatic Bookworm. If you've been here before, welcome back, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to the Melodramatic Bookworm family. I'm here today with a book review for you all. This book is called Her Perfect Man by Avinash Meshram, and I read this book late in February and I really enjoyed reading it. I have some thoughts about it and I want to share with you what I actually thought about this whole book, right from the beginning to the very end, what I liked about it, what I did not like about it. But I can definitely say with confidence that this is a book that you can pick up and you can just fly through, and that one that you will really enjoy because why, I will tell you. So if you are planning to pick this book up, please use my Amazon affiliate link in the description box below. It will be of a huge help to me, please. Her Perfect Man is basically a story of three friends. Ashish, who is the narrator of the entire story. Kavya, who is the main heroine of the story, you'll see why. And then Ritesh. These three are close friends. They become friends in school, and Ashish falls in love with Kavya right away. He doesn't know that that's what it's called, but it's there. Ashish is also an underconfident guy, and he sees that Ritesh and Kavya are really attracted to each other, and he just steps away. He is silent. He doesn't say anything about himself. Enter Vikrant into the scene. He is a senior. He is tall. He is good looking. He pursues Kavya relentlessly, and it's all in the sense that now Kavya has two choices according to Ashish. It's either Ritesh or it's Vikrant, and now he's thinking what is happening in their lives, because it seems to him that Kavya is moving away from them and he doesn't know why. And when Kavya tells him her choice, what happens, how her choices affect their lives, how her decisions are about to change her own life, especially when the society is so male dominated, it forms the entire story. And it is a story of friendship, of love, of bringing these two together, but making sure that neither of them battle the other. But how do these characters navigate these choppy waters, how they deal with these things, how they get on with their lives, or do they get on with their lives, forms this story that is simple, it's beautiful, it is very well written. It talks about freedom of choice, it talks about the male dominant society, it talks about how society sees men, how it sees women. There are a lot of things that I loved about this book. Let me take you through them one by one. The first and most important thing that I loved was Kavya's character. She is so strong, such a badass character. She knows what she wants. She's unapologetic, and I love that about her, especially because in society, when women know what they want, when they make decisions, when we make decisions, people always say that she is so arrogant, she is so uptight. How can she do that? She didn't think of anybody else. But if she won't think of herself, how will she take care of others if she is not taking care of herself? And I love Kavya so much for that. I mean, I know there are certain points in the book where she makes some stupid decisions, you could say, but those mistakes are not even her own fault. It's all about the conditioning that she's given, and because of what society has told us over the millennia. Society has told us that you are valid only if a man wants you, and that is bullshit. And Kavya calls it out, and for most of the book, and I love that about her. I love that character. I just want to go and give her a big hug and say that I'm with you. Yes, let's do this together. Secondly, I love the fact that Ashish is so sane. He is kind, he is loving, he is caring, he is really understanding of any particular thing that any person, any character in the book is going through. He is compassionate. Let me read out one particular quote that stood out to me, and I was like, this was by Kavya, by the way. Do you mean that a guy can have female friends as many as he wants? But if a girl has a male friend, then he must be her boyfriend? You mean to say that a girl doesn't have a right to be free around people without thinking that she has to marry the guy she is nice with? Do you mean to say that the first person a girl talks to should be her life partner? It is because of people like you a girl can never be truly free. You remind us that we live in a male-dominant society and we have to live the way you want us to live and follow the rules made by you for your convenience. And my comment literally here is, oof, Kavya, chef's kiss. I literally wrote that down here. It's there. And this is why I love Kavya so much. And I really like the simple way in which this book is written. It is not a novella, neither is it like a heavy 800-page book that you will plow through because of how difficult it is, but this is very simple. The ideas that the author has put in here are very simple to grasp. It is easy to read, language is simple, and that is what makes this a very engaging read as well. And the thoughts, we all think that we want to be equal, we want to treat everyone equally, but sometimes what happens is our mind has been conditioned in such a way by society that that does not come through. Our brain just short circuits and goes back to what used to be before, but we have to fight it. And this book is an example of how characters can make bad decisions, but they can also work against that flow and they can come through, they can come forward. And the way these characters, Ashish and Kavya, talk about women and how women are always misunderstood, misrepresented, they are taken for granted in society, or patriarchal condition has told us that women should aspire to this. Women should have a husband or her standing in society is going to fall. If she doesn't get married, it's a problem. If she is married and she doesn't have kids, it's a problem. If she leaves her husband, it's a problem. Everything a woman does is a problem. And in this book, these two characters talking about how that mindset is wrong, and that is exactly what makes me feel happy that such books exist, that such books talk about these issues, because whenever we raise these issues on social media or in real life as well, people are like, hey, be realistic. Or on the social media we get called, you're a feminazi. What the hell do you mean feminazi? You don't even know the whole extent. Okay, that's a whole different tangent, and that always sets me off. But this book, despite its problematic characters, there are a couple of them, I will get to them soon. It talks about how a woman's freedom of choice is important. You cannot curb her, and it was rather freeing to see, and that is one of the biggest reasons why I will say please do go ahead, go pick this book up. You will like reading it. Plus there are characters like Ritesh who we see in our everyday lives, and does he learn to be the right version of himself, the better version of himself? It forms a really crucial point in this entire story, and I love how the author has treated that. Her Perfect Man at one point also talks about abuse and how it's not always physical or it's not always visible. And let me read out a quote to you from the book which I really love. It's so simply written and it's what I think as well. So to see my thoughts put down there, it felt surreal to see that. I think it happens in most books that when you see something that resonates with you, you're sort of pushed off your balance. A guy is not wrong only when he hurts a girl physically or does something unacceptable. Not letting a girl live her dreams and not letting her have the freedom of choice is equally bad. Why should we always think that a man who doesn't hit his partner is right in every other way? That's what happens in society, right? At least he doesn't hit you. Do you even hear what you're saying? And I feel like society is always conditioned women to accept that whatever comes their way. At least this, at least that, at least he's not doing this, at least that person is not doing that. What about the woman's own mental health? You're not going to see that? No? And that is why I really like this book, because of how it has treated these elements, because how it has especially treated women's freedom of choice, about how it has called out the male dominant society through a male character. Like Ashish is like going off on rants. He's either thinking or he's telling someone else that this is wrong. He's giving advice that this is right, this is wrong, and more often than not, 90% of the time, 90% of the time, I agree with him so much. That's why this book I really enjoyed reading, because of how much call outs it does. So now on to the things that I did not like about this book. There are a few, but usually these things, they prick my mind and I'm going like, no, maybe I should just DNF the book. But this book, it deals with the things that I've already mentioned, the things that I loved about it, in such a good manner that I thought, okay, I am going to ignore these, but I cannot not mention them here. So here we are. The first thing that I did not like, well, not did not like, but I found it a little wanting. The writing could have been much better. It could have been more polished, because it is choppy in a lot of places and it is amazingly good in a number of places. So its inconsistency makes it a little grating on the nerves to navigate. My second complaint for this book is that there are a lot of spelling mistakes and inappropriately used words. For example, we have a lot of words that sound similar to each other. So if the author was trying to use one word, he has used a completely different word with a very different meaning, but which sounds similar. So that is something that could have been made better. I felt a little bit of editing and proofreading could have been done to catch out these errors and to make sure that this book was rounded in a much better manner, and it could have been an even more bigger success than it is right now, because it's a great book to read. These are the things that sort of pull it down a little. I mean, the intention is clear. I got the intention, what the author was trying to say, what the character is trying to say in the story, but the words used for that were not right. My third complaint from the book, and this is a complaint that was rather slowly worked upon towards the end of the book, is that sometimes the person goes back to the conditioned thinking about how a woman should be, and it sort of teeters on the edge of victim blaming before they realize ki, oh no, what am I doing? So maybe that's a good thing that they are realizing in time, they are catching themselves in time. But I will read out two things that sort of grated on my nerves. The first thing was that, how can a guy and a girl be so close to each other and still be just friends? This is like 90s concepts. Like एक लड़का और एक लड़की सिर्फ दोस्त नहीं हो सकते. No, it's not that. And even then it was a little absurd, and even now that concept that a girl and a guy cannot be friends is absurd. And the second part of this third complaint is this guy Ashish, who is such a huge champion for women, for Kavya especially, and he goes and says, it's because of girls like you who don't take the opportunities to help themselves that we have to talk about women empowerment. There are circumstances, and not all of them are in a woman's hand, especially because of patriarchy and conditioning. So you can't exactly say that. And then he goes and says, Kavya is in a very toxic relationship, okay? And he goes and says, why do girls fall in such traps? Why can't they see that these are false promises given with the sole intention of manipulating the girl until it's too late to go back? No victim blaming. Okay, I mean, I understand that people can slip, make mistakes, but these were things that sort of grated on my nerves. But otherwise, this is a great book. So my final verdict is that despite what I said I did not like about this book, the things that I loved about this book far outweigh the things that I did not like, and I'm ready to ignore those things that I did not like. Like, I've pushed them towards the back because these concepts that the author talks about in this book, they are very important. Please do go give this book a look. Please buy it, read it, support the author. The author is on YouTube as well as on Instagram. Please do go check out their profiles. I leave them in the description box below. And if you are planning to buy this book, then please do go use my Amazon affiliate links in the description box below. It will be of help to me. Thank you. So what did you think of this video? What do you think of this book? Will you go and pick this book up? Does this book sound interesting to you? I would definitely suggest go give it a try. And what did you think of this video? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you like my review? Did you not like my review? Do you like my reviewing style? What thoughts do you have after listening to my thoughts about Her Perfect Man by Avinash Meshram? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you like this video, please like it and share it to spread the word. And if you like my content and would like to see more from me, don't forget to hit subscribe and click on the bell icon beside the subscribe button to get notified as and when I post new videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, keep reading, keep watching, and add melodrama to your life.